Hello dear aspirants, I am Pratiksha Chauhan. Welcome to Arpita Sharma classes where you get quality classes free of cost covering important subjects from the perspective of UPSC. We are covering up UPSC paper 2 which is CSAT. So before we start, here is a small announcement for all of you. New UPSC CSC GS batches for UPSC CSC aspirants starting from 17th March 2021. Get your subscription now and get 10% instant discount by using code ARPITA10. These are the batches. Mission Victory 1 year batch course on GS for UPSC CSC 2022. Mission UPSC CSC 2022 1 year GS batch course. लक्ष्य यूपीएससी सीएससी 2022 जीएस की पूर्ण तैयारी. एक्सपीडिशन यूपीएससी सीएससी 2022 जीएस बैच कोर्स इंग्लिश. मिशन यूपीएससी सीएससी 2023 2-year बैच कोर्स फॉर यूपीएससी सीएससी. लक्ष्य यूपीएससी सीएससी जीएस की पूर्ण तैयारी. एक्सपीडिशन यूपीएससी सीएससी 2023 जीएस बैच कोर्स इंग्लिश. एनसीईआरटी का संपूर्ण पाठ्यक्रम. Strengthen your basics of NCERT bilingual. Strengthen your basics of NCERT English. Top Unacademy educators will cover the important concepts for UPSC CSC prelims, and these courses will be helpful for aspirants preparing for UPSC CSC exams. UPSC CSC aspirants at any stage of their preparation will be benefited from these courses. The courses will be covered in bilingual, Hindi and English. Do not miss this opportunity. Enroll now. Link is in the description box below this lecture. Today we will discuss about ratio and proportion. We will understand its concept and solve some of the questions related to it. Let us start with this lecture. Let us understand what is ratio. It is a relationship between two variables like x and y, a and b, etc. Like take an example. If you have received the value of a, that is 40, and b is equals to 20. Now you have to find out a and b, that is in ratio a ratio b. Now there is other way also to represent ratio fraction, that is a ratio b is equals to a divided by b, that is 40 divided by 20, that can be 2 divided by 1. Now how you will write in the ratio format, that is 2:1. Now if we multiply 2 on both sides in the 2:1, then how will you multiply? That is 2 into 2 ratio 1 into 2. Then what will be the ratio 1? 4:2. Then you will divide it. That will come 2:1. Even multiplying by 2 on both sides, the prime ratio is always same. That is, in the first case also it is 2:1. In the second case is also 2:1. Now, if we multiply 10 on both sides, that is 2:1. That is 10 into 2 ratio 10 into 2. That will be 20:10. That is 2:1. That is, even multiplying 10 on both sides, the prime ratio is still 2:1. That is x1 in bracket a ratio x1 b. Okay, this shows that we multiply x1 or any variable on both sides, the ratio of a ratio b will be same. Let us understand other cases also. In division, if we take an example 1:3, we will divide by 1 in both sides, that will be 1 divided by 1 ratio 3 divided by 1, that comes 1:3. This case is similar to multiplication. Now the comes 1:3. If we divide by 2 in both sides, that will be 1 divided by x2 ratio 3 divided by x2, that will be x1 1 divided by x1 ratio x2 3 divided by x2, that will 1:3. So we will understand here that whatever number you divide, the prime ratio will always be same. Then there are other types of questions also, that a ratio b, that whole ratio c ratio d. There are means and extremes in this. That means are b ratio c and extremes are a ratio d. That will be a divided by b is equals to c d. we will cross multiply here. That will become A multiplies D is equals to C multiply B. Now we will understand the concept of componendo and dividendo. That will be A divided by B is equals to C divided by D. Then the formula is here that A plus B divided by A minus B is equals to C plus D divided by C minus D. You have to mug up this formula it will help in question solving. Okay. Now let us solve some of the questions. This is UPSC 2017 question, that is question number 1. P works thrice as fast as Q, whereas P and Q together can work 4 times as fast as R. If P, Q and R together work on a job, in what ratio should they share the sharings? Options are 3:1:1, 3:2:4, 4:3:4, 3:1:4. So please solve this question and write the answer in the comment box. Now let us solve this question. As it is given in the question that P works twice as fast as Q. Now we have received the equation 1, that is P is equals to 3Q. Now the second part of the question says whereas P and Q together can work 4 times as fast as R. That will become P plus Q is equals to 4R. That becomes equation 2. Now we will in equation 2 we will put value of P from equation 1. That will P plus Q is equals to 4R. Equation 2 it is. So we will put the value of P here. So 3Q plus Q is equals to 4R. That becomes 4Q is equals to 4R. That is Q divided by R is equals to 4 divided by 4. That will become Q divided by R is equals to 1 divided by 1. That will become Q ratio R is equals to 1:1. Now we will add value of Q in equation 1. That is P is equals to 3Q. That is P is equals to 3 into 1. Now we have received the value of P also, that is 3. Now the question asks that P, Q and R together work on a job. In what ratio they should share the earnings? Ratio they share the earnings? We will write in P ratio Q ratio R. That is 3:1:1. So the answer is ratio they share earnings is 3:1:1. Now let us move toward the question number 2. 30 gram of sugar was mixed in 180 ml water in a vessel A. 40 gram of sugar were mixed in 280 ml of water in vessel B. And 20 gram of sugar were mixed in 100 ml of water in vessel C. The solution in vessel B is, this is UPSC 2016 question. The options are sweeter than that in C, sweeter than that in A, as sweet as that in C, less sweet than that in C. So please solve this question and answer in the comment box. Now let us solve this question. As it is given that vessel A contains 30 gram sugar mixed in 180 ml water, then concentration of sugar in vessel A will be 30 divided by 180. Then after simplification we will receive the value of concentration of sugar in vessel A, that is 1 divided by 6 gram per milliliter. Okay. Now we have already received the value of vessel B also, that is 40 gram of sugar mixed in 280 ml water. Then now we have to find out the concentration of sugar in vessel B, that will be 40 divided by 280. Now after dividing we will receive the value of vessel B also, that is 1 divided by 7 gram per milliliter. Now we have already received the value of vessel C also, that is 20 gram sugar mixed in 100 ml water. Then the concentration of sugar in vessel C is 20 divided by 100, that is 1 divided by 5 gram per milliliter. That means term of sweetness is C is greater than A is greater than B. That means the answer is solution in vessel B is less sweet than C. Okay. Now comes the next question, that is of UPSC 2012. Two glasses of equal volume are respectively half and three-fourths filled with milk. They are then filled to the brim by adding water. Their contents are then poured into another vessel. What will be the ratio of milk to water in this vessel? Options are 1:3, 2:3, 3:2, 5:3. Please solve this question. As it is given in the question that two glasses of equal volume are respectively half and three-fourths filled with milk. So, milk in first glass is 1/2 volume. Milk in second glass is 3/4 volume. So, water in the first glass is 1/2. So, water in the second glass we have to find out, that is 1 minus 3/4. That will come 4 minus 3 divided by 4 in equals to 1/4. So we will find here the ratio between milk and water. That will be total units of milk divided by total units of water. That will be 1 divided by 2 plus 3/4 whole divide 1/2 plus 1/4. That will be 2 plus 3 divided by 4 whole divide 2 plus 1 divide by 4. After simplification, the answer will be 5:3. The ratio of milk to water in the vessel will be 5:3. Now moving towards the next question, that is UPSC 2015 question. That is question number 4. Two equal glasses of same type are respectively 1/3 and 1/4 full of milk. They are then filled up with water and the contents are mixed in a pot. What is the ratio of milk and water in the pot? Options are 7:17, 1:3, 9:21, 11:23. Please solve this question and write the answer in the comment box. Let us solve this question. Let the capacity of glass be X liter. Now the question says two equal glasses of same type are respectively 1/3 and 1/4 full of milk. That means total mixture in pot is equals to 2x. Then total milk in pot is 1/3x plus 1/4x. That will become 4x plus 3x divided by 12. That is 7 divided by 12x. Now we will find out total water in pot, that is total mixture in pot subtracts total milk in pot. That will become 2x subtract 7 divided by 12x. Now it will become 24x minus 7x divides 12. That will become 17x divides 12. Now we have to find ratio to milk to water, that is milk divided by water. Now we have already found the values, we will put here. That is 7 divided by 12 whole divide 17 divided by 12. Now after simplification we will receive the value of in ratio, that is 7:17. The answer is ratio of milk and water in pot is 7:17. Now moving towards the question number 5. There is a milk sample with 50% water in it. If 1/3 of this sample is added to equal amount pure milk, then water in the new mixture will fall down to, it is UPSC 2017 question. The options are 25%, 30%, 35%, 40%. Please solve this question and write the answer in the comment box. These are very easy questions. Now solving this question, as it is given the percentage of milk in milk sample is 50%. It is added to the equal amount of pure milk in the ratio 1:1. Let 100 liter milk sample mix with 100 liter pure milk. Water in milk sample is 50 liter. Now we have to find out percentage of water in new mixture. That will be water in milk sample divided by milk sample plus pure milk into 100. Then what is the value of water in milk sample? That is 50 and divided by 100 plus 100 into 100. That is 50 divided by 200 into 100. Then the answer will be 25%. Okay. So the water in new mixture fall down to 25%. Now comes the question number 6, that is UPSC 2013 question. In a rare coin collection, there is one gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. 10 more gold coins are added to the collection and the ratio of gold coins to non-gold coins will be 1:2. Based on the information, the total number of coins in the collection now becomes, this is 90, 80, 60, 50. Please answer this question. Now let us solve this question. Let gold coins be G, non-gold coins be N. Now it is given in the question that in a rare coin collection there is one gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. That is, initial ratio will be G divided by N, that is 1 divided by 3. Now it will become N is equals to 3G, that is equation 1. Now the question says 10 more gold coins are added to the collection and the ratio of gold coins to non-gold coins will be 1:2. That will become, adding 10 gold coins, ratio becomes 10 plus G divided by N is equals to 1:2. Okay, that will become 2 in bracket 10 plus G is equals to N. Now putting N value from equation 1, we will receive 20 plus 2G is equals to 3G. That is 20 is equals to 3G minus 2G. That is G value we will receive, that is 20. Now putting value of G in equation 1 to get value of N. Now the equation 1 is N is equals to 3G. That is N is equals to 3 into 20. The N value will be 60. Now we will find total number of coins in collection, that is 10 plus G in bracket plus N. That will become 10 plus 20 plus 60, that is 90. Total of number of coins in collection are 90. Now comes the UPSC 2015 question. That is question number 7. A father is 9 times as old as his son and the mother is 8 times as old as the son. The sum of father's and the mother's age is 51 years. What is the age of the son? That is 7 years, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Please solve this question. Now solving this question, let son's age be X. Now the question says a father is 9 times as old as his son. Now the father's age will be 9x and question says mother is 8 times as old as the son. The age of mother will be 8x. Now according to question, the equation becomes 8x plus 9x is equals to 51. In the second part of the question says the sum of the father's and the mother's age is 51 years. So we have created the equation, that is 8x plus 9x is equals to 51. Now it will become 17x is equals to 51. We will find out the value of x is equals to 51 divided by 17. Now we receive the value of x, that is 3. Now we have already received the value of x, that is the age of the son, that is 3 years. So the answer is age of son is 3 years. Now comes the question number 8. The monthly incomes of Peter and Paul are in the ratio 4:3. Their expenses are in the ratio 3:2. If each saves rupees 6,000 at the end of the month, their monthly income respectively are in rupees. This is UPSC 2015 question. Options are 24,000 and 18,000, 28,000 and 21,000, 32,000 and 24,000, 34,000 and 26,000. Please answer this question. Now let us solve this question. Let monthly income of Peter and Paul is 4x by 3x. As the question says, the monthly income of Peter and Paul are ratio 4:3, and the second part of the question says their expenses are in the ratio of 3:2. If each saves rupees 6,000 at the end of the month, that becomes 4x by 3x is equals to 3x plus 6,000 by 2x plus 6,000. Both save 6,000 here. Now after cross multiply, we will receive the equation that is 4x in bracket 2x plus 6000 is equals to 3x in bracket 3x plus 6000. That will become 8x square plus 24,000x is equals to 9x square plus 18,000x. That will become 24,000x minus 18,000x is equals to 9x square minus 8x square. That will become 6,000x is equals to x square. Now 1x will be cut it down. That will become x is equals to 6,000. We have received the value of x, that is 6,000. Now the question has already given the monthly income in the ratio 4:3. That is Peter is equals to 4x. That will, we have received the value of 6,000. We will multiply here. That will become 4 into 6,000. That will become 24,000. And Paul 3x is equals to 3 into 6,000. That will become 18,000. The monthly income respectively are 24,000 and 18,000. Now comes the question number 9, that is UPSC 2016 question. The question says the total emoluments of two persons are the same, but one get allowances to the extent of 65% of his basic pay and the other gets allowances to the extent of 80% of his basic pay. The ratio of the basic pay of the former to the basic pay of the latter is, options are 16:13, 5:7, 12:11, 7:9. Please find out the answer and write in the comment box. Now let us solve this question. Let basic pay of first person be x and second person be y. Now according to question, it is given that total emoluments of two persons are the same, but one get allowances to the extent of 65% of the basic pay and other get allowances to the extent of 80% of his basic pay. That will, emoluments of both persons are same here, but the equations is x plus 65% of x is equals to y plus 80% of y. That will become x plus 65x divided by 100 is equals to y plus 80y by 100. That will become 100x plus 65x divided by 100 is equals to 100y plus 80y divided by 100. Now we will cross multiply here. That will become x divided by y is equals to 100 in bracket 100y plus 80y divided by 100, 100x plus 65x. Now 100 will be cut it down. Now after simplification, we will receive the value x by y is equals to 12 by 11 in the ratio 12:11. Ratio of the basic pay of the former to the basic pay of the latter is 12:11. Now comes the last question, that is of UPSC 2016. Question number 10. In a class there are 18 very tall boys. If these constitute 3/4 of the boys and the total number of boys is 2/3 of the total number of students in the class, what is the number of girls in the class? Options are 6, 12, 18, 21. Please solve this question and write the answer in the comment box. Now let us solve this question. Let number of boys be x and number of students in class be y. Now question says in a class there are 18 very tall boys. If these constitute 3/4 of the boys, now equation become 3 by 4 into x is equals to 18. That is 3x is equals to 18 multiplies 4. That is x is equals to 18 multiply 4 divided by 3. We have received the value of x, that is 24. That is number of boys. Now question says the total number of boys is 2/3 of the total number of students in the class. That is 2 by 3 into y is equals to x. Now we have received the value of x already, that is 24. We will put here, that is 2 by 3 y is equals to 24. That is 2y is equals to 24 into 3. Now y becomes 24 into 3 divided by 2. Now y we will receive the value, that is 36. That is total number of students. Now we will find out the number of girls, that is number of students in total minus number of boys, that is y minus x. Now we have received the value of both, that is x and y. We will put here, that is 36 minus 24. Now the number of girls in the class is 12. Okay. So we have discussed the concept and solved so many questions of ratio and proportion. Hope you understood. Thank you.